Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to PSGL F5. Here we have got round number 2 at Brazil. Today is myself, Leon and Jamie. Say hello.
Hello everybody.
As I said, round number 2 at Brazil. We have currently got 18 drivers in the lobby, still in minutes to go. I hope we're going to get 20, but I don't think it's going to happen. 18 is still a pretty good number. So before this qualifying session begins, Jamie, if you would like to go through the drivers and constructors if you have it up.
That's it. There we go. Right, so in first place is Jack Tyler. Second place is Mr. P. Third place is Warren Hay. Fourth place is Jay Carty. Fifth is Simo. Sixth is Flying Timmy. Seventh is Dave. Eighth is White Fountain. Ninth is Storm. 10th is Stim. 11th is BUA9. 12th is Con Reese, who's not in the division anymore. 13th is David Warburg. 14th is Jamie Met 92. 15th is LFC. 16th is Luke Bailey. 17th is Miles, who's not here. 18th is Notorious. 19th is Schwab. And 20th is Racer. Dave's joined.
Yeah, if you want to go for the constructors quickly.
Yep. So in first is Toro Rosso. Second is Sauber. Third is Mercedes. Fourth is Renault. Fifth is Williams. Sixth is Ferrari. Seventh is McLaren. Eighth is Red Bull. Ninth is Force India. And last place is Haas.
Okay, also, I haven't mentioned it, but ILRT Johnny and ILRT Smudge have also joined. Smudge is a full-time driver, as Conreys and the Force India has left, and Smudge is a reserve.
Looks like we're going.
Yeah, we are going.
$19 out of 20 is not bad.
Yeah, same as last week. I don't know who we were missing. Racer last week. Welcome Jack Tyler. Welcome Racer Jimmy. Welcome LFC. Also, let me get a track layout up if I have one. There we go. Evening Storm. Now, Jamie, before this race, and before qualifying even starts, as it is a dry qualifying, who do you think will, even though it's quite early, who do you think will be the top 3 in qualifying?
Well, it's going to be hard to choose. I think it's all going to go down to tyre choice, depending on who's optimistic enough to go for super softs, because we've seen from yesterday's race in F6 it's definitely possible, or whoever goes on the softs. So I can't really make a prediction.
Or yeah. Instead, how about top? Wait, no, I can't really say top 3 predictions yet until qualifying is over. So we'll do top 3 predictions after. But I did put a few polls up on the F5 Twitter and saying who do you guys think will win this season after, or who just will win the season after pre-season round 1. And the vote by more than 50%, about 17, 18 votes, was Jack Tyler. So everyone's bet is on Jack Tyler. Who do you vote for?
I'm not going to say.
I also voted, and I will say who I voted for. I voted for Jack Tyler, because based off of last season, or the end of last season and the start of this season, he looks like he can win this tier. Quite a lot of people are out on the supers.
Yeah. I can only see one person out on the soft so far. It's Storm, but I'll check again.
There's a car there, and I couldn't see who it was. It was just ahead of Jamie. There's a car going up the hill, and I don't know who it is. Is it David Warbank? Or is it Warren Haig?
Wait,
It is Warren Haig. So we'll go and put Warren Haig. This comes up through turn 1 and 2. These NRSs. 1, 2, and 3. Sorry, this NRS is easy to invalidate on the entrance and the exit. It takes it very nicely. And that comes up through turn 4. Quite a hard braking point. Kind of like a 90-degree left-hander. Easy to run wide. He's on the medium, so a little bit less traction. Now this comes up through turn 5, flat out left. Coming up through turns 6 and 7. Or this is 5 and 6. I can't remember the corner names, but corner numbers. I don't know what this section's called either, but the tricky middle sector. Swooping left-hander and 2 swooping right-handers, and actually a swooping left-hander also, so there's 2 of each. Warren A taking it very nicely as he now comes through, I think it's Magula, I would say, and now coming up through Junk Cow. A very famous corner, definitely, as it comes up the hill. Trying to use all that Renault power, even though it is on equal cars. Just say he's using all of his Renault power. As he opens his DRS, what will it be? The first lap of the day is a 1:10, a 1:98, sorry.
Quick for mediums.
Yeah, and
better it on super softs. And
David Warbank's got damage, and Storm instantly sets a 187 on the softs. I think Storm did quite well.
I can't really see to the halo.
David's got damage. There's David Pitts. Mr. P now goes quickest.
And the super softs.
I've been told the Mercedes strategy. I'm not going to say what they're doing, but I have been told what the Mercedes are going to do.
Okay.
Well, Simo now goes quickest.
Yeah. It's yellow flying is sector 1. I'm assuming this because it's slow cars. It quite usually is.
Sorry for the typing.
Oh, look, Bailey's coming out the pits. He's on the super softs. Same with Schwab.
Warren Higgs actually got an improved again with a 9-0.
We're in it for another one.
How's it going? It's going good. I'm flossing. How are you going? Jack Tyler goes second. Oh, the second on the medium, sorry. 191 just behind Warren Haig. There's a few yellow flashing sets of 1. Racer, also known as the Bomb in the Force India. Flying Timmy's retired.
Flying Timmy's retired.
Is there any way we can find out where that is? I want to guess it's in Sector 3.
And Smudge. It's a shame you can't really go on to retire. Oh, they've crashed up the hill. Well, Smudge has.
Up the hill?
I just saw Simo drive by his carcass.
I'm going on board with Luke Bailey. Oh, yeah, that's smudging the wall backwards.
Was there a collision between him and Flying Timmy? Considering that they both retired pretty much at the same time.
Could be. Because there's no way you're going to lose the back end out the final corner.
And that's just wet. Which could come up with something in the race, you never know, it could be wet for the race. Being a crap event, because Brazil in a wet race goes really well together. Okay,
not been told about the weather, but I'll have a look at the PS4 chat quickly. No, nothing's been said, so don't know about the weather. He's retired in the pit lane. He thinks, or Plotting thinks. I don't know. We know where Smudge retired. Don't know about Flying Timmy.
Storm's about to start on Another yellow flag.
Warren Haig's now 4 lap olds. Mediums.
You don't want to go too long in mediums in qualifying because
In case he doesn't, in case he validates. Oh wow! It's a very impressive lap. That's 5.5 tenths quicker than anyone else.
Yesterday was around the same time as Schweb, so I think it was like a tenth quicker, I'm not sure. But it definitely was in the 1/7.
Early now. Which guy? Flossing. Luke Bailey's gone 5th.
I think Storm might have backed off because he's short shifting.
White Falter's come around the final corner on a set of mediums. What can he do? Timmy, okay.
Storm backed off.
In what way? Sick. Quick wise? No, White Fountain cut up the hill. Can he beat Warren Haig's time? No. It's a 195. Puts him 10th. David Warbank's now next to come up junk out. He's also on a set of mediums.
Oh, check out of Seek.
Ooh.
It's slow.
And a 9.2, yeah.
The only person not to set a lap now, Dave and Jay Carty. Jay Carty is about to start one.
Oh. Unfortunate Storm. Warren Haig's still going out on some set of mediums.
Judging by the amount of super softs we've seen, I think these drivers are going to prepare for rain.
I don't know, a lot are on the mediums though also. A lot of fitting the softs and the mediums. So I don't know about the rain, I don't think it's going to be a thing.
There's a lot more super soft runners than last night, where there was only 3 people going super soft to actually set a time. And Jay Carty goes second.
181. So no one's got near Schweb's time yet. Schweb is selected the soft still in the pit, so I don't think he's not gonna be able to improve on that lap on a set of softs.
Big Dave's coming out. I think that's Dave.
Applauding, we have already said the championship standings. Said it earlier on in the stream. Oh, Notorious! Oh, that's a big collision.
Where was that?
He lost it on the entrance to Junkow.
Well, like a Grosjean.
In a way, but he lost it even before turning. He was coming through the downhill left. Yeah, he's in the wall.
Dave is surprisingly not come out for a lap yet.
He didn't do this last week either, I don't think.
No, Stimler didn't set a lap last week, wasn't it? Jack Tyler's in the middle of a lap. On the softs.
Wait, Jack Tyler's on the set of softs?
Yep.
I'll go above with Jack Tyler. I think Jack Tyler will win the championship. A blessing you feel about championship. This race, no clue. But Jack Tyler, only a 10.5 up. He has already done a lap on the softs. Bear in mind, he has done an 8.4. At this rate, he'll be around about Simo's time. We'll see what he can do as he goes up the hill. He'll be aiming to beat Simo's time. No, he doesn't. He'll improve by 10th. He goes ahead of Mr. P.
Wait, Schwab set his time on super softs, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's the same as softs on the director.
Yeah, it's because he's fitted some softs. And Storm goes second.
Ooh. Only a 10th.
And Simo's gone third.
They've got time for another run if they go on the super softs.
Yeah, I've got a feeling a lot of these people, especially the top 4, are going to start on the supers. Jack Tyler, I don't know. But I know Mr. P and Luke Bailey, I think, are going to go on supers. Everyone selected the softs now. There's no one still left on the mediums, except for Dave, who wants to actually come out the pits.
Double stacking.
Yeah, that'll be fine for him. LFC starting a lap. Johnny is also in the middle sector.
LFC's up on his time by 500ths.
He's on a set of softs, so maybe it's just a slow first sector. He seems to be going slightly slower. I don't know if that was just me or...
He's taking it cautiously.
Yeah. I don't think he's pushing as hard. He might pit this lap. I'm not too sure, but we will see. As he's about to come through the downhill left-hander. There's another yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. Is he up on his time? He's only by 2 tenths.
Could have gone validated there though, because he did run across the curb, and you know how strict it is around the track.
We'll find out. Will he pit? Yeah, I thought he was. He didn't look quick on them softs either. I think he'll be qualifying on the supers. Jake Hartley's out again on another set of super softs. He's about to start a lap.
Dave is out on a set of mediums. Only 2 runners on mediums, and the only one to set at that time has crashed out, so...
Dave is about to finish one. Or is he going to come into the pits?
I don't know what it is in the whole lap time.
Dave's coming up the hill. He's not a very quick lap as such. Yeah.
Yep, coming in.
That's probably a taster lap. Oh, hit the wall. Racer is out on a set of softs. He's on a lap. Warren Haig.
He's about to start a lap on super softs.
Missed out on that one. Warren Haig's gone 5th on a set of softs.
Not bad. Jack Tyler. Mr. P's about to start a lap on super softs. Let's see what he can do.
Mercedes aren't doing the strategy, which is quite surprising. How do you think he's going to crash? What do you mean applauding? That doesn't make much sense.
Who's going to crash?
I think you're about who. I'm not too sure who. If Storm's about to start his lap. Jay Carty improved. He's on a 7.9.
Jamie went on the grass. I could do his tyres a bit.
Someone's just improved again. It was Racer, done an 8.8.
Wall bang. There's a lot of McLaren's getting in the way.
Mr. P is coming up to the end of his lap soon. See what he can do. He's a challenger for pole. Who? I don't know. To be honest, Mr. P doesn't tell me if he's up or down. He's come through junk out.
Before a crash. Luke Bailey's looking like he's going to give his team a bit of a toe.
Here we are. The Mercedes tactic. Luke Bailey's giving Mr. P a toe down the straight. Will it be enough? No, it's not.
No. Only 4 thousandths off second place. And speaking of second place, Storm is on a lap 2.
Fair play to Luke Bailey there.
I think he might have backed off because he did have a bit of a full run through the.
He sacrificed himself.
Not with the curbs full.
I swear Mr. P will have to repay the favour to Luke Bailey now.
Oh, so he complete his lap in Storm. It's not going to be good enough though.
Yep. Unless he's backing off, I don't know.
That lap would have only been good enough for 14.
Schwebb's on softs. I don't think he'll improve. No, he's just starting a lap now.
If he can improve on those tyres, that'll be profound.
I do doubt it. White Fountain, a lot of people on the softs. It's half and half at the moment. There's a train going on. There's a few cars ahead of White Fountain. I can't see who it is. There's a Merc. It's
Oh, he's
Mr.
gone off,
P.
he's crashed.
Who?
Schweb's crashed.
I'll go off that in a minute. White Fountain's getting a toe off Mr. P, which isn't what Mr. P kind of wants. What can White Fountain do? It's going to be an 8-8. There's another car in behind. That is his teammate of Jamie. Jamie goes 12th.
Basically, what happened to Schweb was he came out the exit of the center S and the back end just stepped out on him.
Storm has run out of fuel. That is it for Storm. Simo is starting a lap. Warren Haig. Jack Tyler is on a lap.
Is he going to be good enough?
I don't know. Check his sector times. Yeah, we'll see if he's up. Well, slightly wide on the curb.
That could be invalid.
I don't think it is. I think he's carrying on. We'll find out. I think it's going to be close. What will it be? Jack Tyler's going to come across the line. He's backed off, so he wants to start on the softs.
He did set a lap on the softs. Yeah, it's a dummy run then.
Who's next? Simo, where is he? He's in the middle sector. Warren Haig, middle sector. White Fountain, no. Jamie, no. David Warbank on a lap. LFC started one. B-Way 9. Closest is Simo. Where's Simo? Simo is coming down the hill.
I think Schweb's got us in the back, unless Simo has something to say about that.
Well, what can Simo do? One of the only Supers runners to go. Simo's on for a good lap. What will it be? Nope. And it will be Paul. A 176. What about Warren Haig? Warren Haig snapped it. Anyone else? LFC's the other one on the Super Softs. So have a look at him.
LFC's the only one left on the Super Softs.
Dave's coming across the line soon. What can he do? Only 12.
He weighs ahead of LFC. 15.
David Warbank goes 9th.
No.
LFC is going to do an 8-0, puts him 7th.
And
that's it for quali, yeah. So Warren Haig, I swear he got pole last time.
Yeah, I think he did.
I think that's Warren Haig's second pole of the season, which is quite a good thing in a way, but I think last week he went for the two-stop strategy. I remember now, he went for the two-stop strategy, and I think he was only able to pull back a P3.
Well, Warren Haig is
P3
for the pole trophy.
Yeah, he's going for the most poles in the season award, obviously.
So Renault Sandwich in the top 3, Simo is the filly.
Yeah, I'll quickly go for this, the list. Warren Haig is on pole, Simo 2nd, Schweb 3rd, Storm 4th, Mr. P 5th, Jake Carty 6th, LC 7th, Jack Tyler 8th, Johnny 9th, and David Warbank 10th. Bugatti, I weren't meant to take you out. I don't want to talk about it now. My intentions weren't to take you out. I was on a lap. I had fluffed it coming out of Lesmo 2, so I backed off. Tried to get off the racing line, but I went off into you. So I do put my hands up saying it was my fault, but I'm not going to say any more now. So it's a dry race.
Top 3 predictions.
Jack Tyler winning. Warren Haig 2nd, Simo 3rd.
I reckon Jack Tyler can nab it 2. But I think Schweb will get 2nd. And then I think Warren will get 3rd. Unless the 2 Renaults can make their Super Softs last, because it's possible.
Yeah, when I did practice, lap 12 was the ideal lap to pit. You couldn't pit any earlier because then the mediums would start to just die off, and you couldn't pit any later because the supers would die off. So
yeah, and the softs go to around about lap 15 to lap 19. around about that time.
Yeah, the soft runners can easily make it. Everyone outside the top 10, a lot of them on the mediums. A lot more than I thought.
And Mag are right next to each other. Instructors leaders, of course.
Yeah, I'll have to clarify on what reserve. I don't think reserve drivers count for constructors. I don't believe they do. So Jack Tyler is the lone Toro Rosso, as Toro Rosso winning the constructors. So you can have to carry Toro Rosso, as I did put on Twitter. I think it was a couple of days ago now. I retweeted Ozone's tweet of Stim having an injury in his, I think it's his left knee.
Taurus and BUA 9, the two rebels have come together. Qualified themselves.
Also got to watch out for Smudge. It is his debut, so we don't know what his pace is like. Qualified 18th, but he never actually set a lap, so got to watch out for him.
Interestingly, Timmy, Jack Tyler and Timmy, and LFC rather, have come together.
Oh, cold tyres and that. And for Jack Tyler, that's not the best. He's on the harder tyre as well.
And if LFC has done something to him, knowing Jack, he will, well, probably retaliate in some way.
Well, LFC's put in the chat, thanks Jack, so I'm guessing it may have been Jack's fault.
But Jack still blaming him anyway, because he is Jack.
Can you keep an eye on the middle to back of the grid?
Yeah.
So as we go on board with Warren Haig, we'll go on board with him, as he's sitting technically at the top of the hill, getting ready for this Brazilian GP. As we get ready, everyone's just lining up. As we get ready, and the lights have got 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights. And away we go for the Brazilian Grand Prix. It looks like Warren Haig didn't get a very good start. Simba could try and go down the inside. No, he doesn't. Sweb's actually around the outside. There's a brilliant overtake on Simo. Simo's just been left in the dust, and that's Storm now trying around the outside of Simo. Everyone seems to be clean at the front. What about the back,
Jack
Jamie?
Tyler's had a poor start on cold tyres. It's dropped from 8th to 10th. His teammates going up into 8th. Oh, there's a crash and it's Racer.
What's happened there?
Racers, I don't really know. I wasn't on board. It looks like his wheel might have just popped off. It definitely looked like it. The two Toro Rossos are wheel banging.
Yeah, two Toro Rossos are going at it. I saw some people fly off. It was the Toro Rossos. Johnny has got wing damage.
It could have been a collision between Johnny and Racer and maybe Jack. I'm not sure. Because Racer was around there.
Notorious has also got wing damage. I don't know what happened there. Storm's lost out to Mr. P.
Timmy's had a good start, 19th to 13th. Oh, but he nearly lost on the curve though.
Yeah,
Well, it's Chris run now away.
Storm's closing on Mr. P. Will he go for a move into turn 1? No, he doesn't.
LFC is dropped from 7th to 11th. It's not a good start from him. As White Family goes around the outside of Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny's got wing damage. Anything else? White Fountain again. I'm going to go above LFC. No, he doesn't go for it. Oh, Johnny's run wide. And that's an easy move for White Fountain. Will Johnny go for it? No, Johnny just back out.
Oh, he's left the door wide open for LFC and he's gone down the inside to take it.
Oh, let's go back on board with that. LFC's got the position there, flying Timmy.
Snuck it up it.
Oh, it's like contact with Dave in the background. Dave's now lost the position.
Yeah, Luke Bailey running on the grass.
Flying Timmy. He's struggling to pass Johnny. He's got the move though around the outside. Good overtake. Johnny though with the wing damage is struggling.
Luke Bailey's next.
And start of this lap, or when everyone starts crossing the line, DRS will be enabled.
Like a 4 or 5 car battle for the lead again. Oh, Johnny's got a 5-second stop cover, speeding in the pit lane.
That's unfortunate. There's a big gap to Jack Tyler, who is in 7th. He's got David Warbank behind him. We have got a 6-car battle-ish.
Storm did run wide, so he lost quite a bit of time later, Mr. P.
For the lead of this race, Simo needs to start catching up to Sweb though.
There aren't any major battles though.
Not really. No one's really going side by side. Simo's closing up on Sweb.
Once you get a slipstream though, you really closing the car out on the straights.
Yeah, I'm going with Sweb.
Thing here for Simo.
I'm going with Sweb. He's going to have to close in on his teammate. Now, will he go for a move on his teammate? He's gaining. Now, what will Warren Haig do? Sweb's going to go down the inside of his teammate. Warren Haig lets him go.
Strong slipstream for me to play, and they're all starting to bunch up a bit now. And Schwab's got a 3-second time penalty.
Wow, on lap 4. So Sweb's obviously pushing a bit too hard. Warren Haig did let Sweb through though, so I don't know what's going on there. Let's see a white fountain.
Is a very tricky corner though. I mean, if you run wide, it goes very harsh on you.
Yeah, you get a warning. Please, Nathan. LFC and White Fountain going to go side by side. Will they still go side by side up the hill? LFC looks like he's got it. No, White Fountain. Oh, White Fountain's round and backwards up the hill.
Did a knock on Grosjean. I didn't really see what happened.
White Fountain tried it around the outside. They kind of just wheel banged. White Fountain spun round. So it was a racing incident. Either Schweb's flying.
Could get a run here on Warren Haig for second.
Schweb is flying. Simo's going to get a run on Warren Haig now. I've gone board with Mr. P. He's got the best angle of this. Simo's going to try it around the outside. These two are F4 veterans.
Simo ran on the grass. He's run wide.
Oh, Simo's got the move. I don't know what happened, Racer. I just saw you in the wall.
Very close.
Report it if needs be, Racer. Mr. P's got a run. Will he go for it around the outside? I just saw something bad happen when someone tried it around the outside.
Very defensive though.
Ooh.
Mr. P thought about that.
What again?
And Storm don't count him out. He could get back at him. He did just lose it. Now Jake Hart is in the back of him, and Jack Tyler's closing in on him in the slot.
Ooh.
Storm and Jake Hart are getting very close, but Jake Hart does get the position.
And now Mr. P and Warren Haig. Warren Haig's pitting.
Warren Haig's pitting.
He's got tyre temp issues, I think. Jack Tyler on the back of Storm. Jack Tyler's on the back on this battle for 3rd place.
Storm is struggling though. He seems to be losing it and running wide on most quarters. Losing a lot of time, and there he goes the pass of Jack Tyler, who could get 5th place off him yet.
Oh, Jack Tyler's slightly lagging, but Jack Tyler's down the inside of Storm.
Good move. The top 2 starting to pull away now.
Yeah, Storm's got some back-end issues.
Timmy and Luke Bailey are getting very close on track. Same with Dave Chavuz. Closing in on the slot. I'll say closing in.
Oh, Luke Bailey had a look at Flying Timmy there. Oh, that's Dave down the inside of Luke Bailey. Does he go side by side? I'm going board with Smudge.
Smudge might have a look.
Oh, it's contact. Luke Bailey wasn't.
Let's see, even now here comes Jamie.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Luke Bailey, and Storm now pits. Right, we're not going to go on board with Flying Timmy because his engine. Yeah. Flying Timmy down the inside of LFC. Wow.
Ooh, what's a move? Looks like these super soft runners not making it the way we expected they would.
That's a Verstappen-esque move there.
I would have thought more Daniel Ricciardo to dive on move. Oh, Smudge is round.
Oh! Where's that? Turn 4.
I think so. He's getting lost like Kimi Raikkonen.
That's unfortunate. I don't think he collided with anyone.
Those tyres are going to be shot now because he was spinning around on the grass, so...
Gonna go on board with Jack Tyler, who's on the back of Jay Carty now, 4P4. Jack Tyler in a strong position. Is Jay Carty now gonna pit? Nope.
Warren Haig is fighting with White Fountain as well, he might get him down the
Jack Tyler down the inside. No, Jay Carty left in the room. Jack Tyler had a look.
Previously desynced.
Yeah, Jack Tyler's got a run. He's had to back off slightly. Is Jay Carty going to try and defend the inside? No, he's not. I think this will be another.
White Fountain after 13 in a massive tow.
And yeah, that is an easy move for Jack. Will Jay Carty come back at him? I don't think so. No, so Jack Tyler is now up into 4th place.
Storm has passed Smudge for 15. Well, Smudge is going to come back at him. It's fair of it.
Warren Eggs on the back of BUA 9, and the other battles, Dave and LFC. The Ferraris are going at it. Because Dave's now got to run his teammate. I don't think LFC is going to fight because obviously we'd lose. Well, Mr. P and Simo. Yep, back on board now with Ferraris. And yep, LFC passes, so Dave passes LFC, LFC just lets him through. Fairly comfortably. Dave is highest medium runner. There's Warren Haig and BUA 9. Warren Haig's past BUA 9.
David ran a bit wide out of turn 4 in P6.
Yeah, he's done quite well. Simo's still on the back of Mr. P for now.
A lot of people are running on the grass coming out turn 4. I don't know if they're getting warnings for it. I will check.
I don't think so, but I know in like qualifying you get invalidated for it, so I don't know. But Simo is trying to stick within DRS and Mr. P. He's got to try and gain all that time back now down the straight.
Got 2 attempts at it.
Not the best line for turn 2.
The marker board has been broken, the Smudge runs a bit wide. And BUA 9 and Storm are going out at 13. And they. Oh, BUA 9 ran wide. I don't know if they'll have to give that back. All 4 wheels went off the track.
Storm's going to go back down the inside though.
Storm, yep.
No, he's not. I think he's going to wait for this straight here.
Smudge and White Fountain are having a bit of a battle. And oh, Smudge leaving them no space.
Here comes Storm down. He's had a BUA 9 into turn 4. And Smudge gets the move. Not Smudge, Storm gets the move.
Oh, Jamie's on the back of LFC.
Yeah, I saw that. Any other battles going on? Not really.
The closest one. I think it is between Jamie and LFC.
Yeah, it's Jamie and LFC. Jamie should easily pass LFC here. LFC on worn supers.
Well, Smudge is gaining a lot on BUA 9.
Yep, Jamie switches to the inside. Will break later, and yep, LFC concedes the position. Smudge and BUA. Smudge has passed BUA 9, and BUA 9's in a half spin. Ooh, he saved it.
Then if you cut the grass there, the grass is dead, and White Fountain's pitted with a lot of wing damage. Something happened there.
That's his second pit stop now.
Yeah. Damage on both sides of his wing. Met with 2 oranges. And David Warbank has also got end plate damage on the right hand side, which he is noticing pretty well.
Nothing else
Do you reckon White
happening.
Knight can make it to the end of those mediums?
Yes. He can
Yeah,
make
no,
it to the end
so-
just. And Jake Harty pits just be for a set of mediums. Warren Ake on the back.
Oh, he's got a speed.
He's
He's got a speed
sped.
penalty.
That is unfortunate. Where's Warren Haig? Down the inside, or will be down the inside of LFC. Easy move.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. Jack Tyler will take the lead of this race in a couple of laps' time.
Ooh, Storm's good. Luke Bailey's on the back of Dave.
Luke Bailey having quite a decent race. Circling around the points. Doing a little better than last season. Welcome, Fraggle. Jack Tyler, what was happening to Simo? Simo's lost a lot of time now. It's Jack Tyler on the back of him. I've got it from Simo's going to pit.
No, he's staying out for an extra lap.
Sweb's in. Jack Tyler is going to go around the outside. There's no way Simo's going to give this position up. And Simo just keep the position. This is just going to hold Jack Tyler up.
Oh! He's no bro.
He's run off.
No, bro, he just lose it.
Don't know what happened there. He's just gone straight off.
That was a weird incident.
Where's Schweb going to come out? Schweb's going to come out with his teammate just behind.
He'll be gutted with that because he was dominating for most of this race. Except for the first 2 laps, I think.
Yeah, so when Mr. P comes out, when Mr. P pits, sorry, he'll be around Storm, maybe.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling this will force Mr. P to pit. Has to.
There's a battle for P6 still going on, as Timmy's on the back of David Warbank for 4.
Just want to quickly see if Mr. P pits, and yes he does. I want to expect Simo will pit as well.
Just to note, it won't be too long before the soft runners start pitting.
Yeah, it is also true. So I want to actually go on board, actually flying Timmy and Dave Warbank. Oh, never mind. Let's get off of flying Timmy's POV. As that is Jamie.
Well, trying to get past him.
Warren Haig's past Jamie. And Luke Bailey's past Dave also. Where's Mr. P? Mr. P is going to come out. He's going to come out somewhere with LFC. This is going to be really close. He's going to slide just in the middle of them. Down the inside of them both. Into turn 4. That's a good double over. And now Storm has taken him as well.
And Jake Harty's also through. We know, yep, it's through. That hit LFC hard. That little battle. He is on old super still.
Storm has hit Mr. P slightly. Mr. P's actually gained on Sweb. Sweb's been held by Jamie.
This will play very well for Mr. P. Maybe Warren if you make... Well, he has to pit again, doesn't it, Warren?
Yeah, Warren Haig just has to pit again. Right now, Sweb on Jamie. This looks like it's going to be easy. That wasn't meant to be a pun, but it ended up being. Yeah, it's an easy move for him.
Oh, there's a bit of contact between Storm and Jake Harty. There's a bit of wheel hanging.
Let me try and get the spectator menu up. And nothing else is happening. Jamie, if you can quickly commentate on your own for 2 minutes, I just need to, or maybe not even that. to go for about 2 seconds.
Okay. So Dave is closing in the back of Luke Bailey and Timmy, who are battling for the second, and Timmy runs wide. And runs wide again. Should expect Luke Bailey to get the move done down the straight. Jack Tyler picks. I'm going to go to the battle that's showing on the screen currently, so you guys know what's going on. Storm is falling off of Jake Harty a bit. They're all going to get past Jack. And oh, there's a Renault going for a move. It's Warren Haig. He's going for a move, or Dave, or Schweb rather. This is all for second place. Well, actually, first place now since Jack Tyler's pitted. I wonder how much this will mean for Mr. P. These two Renault guys are going to get a massive tow down the straight, for sure. And Dave. I wonder if they'll both go for the move, and Schweb runs a bit wide there. Oh, shot the corner. His teammate now could get a run on him. As Timmy pits. Mornick backs off. As Mr. P is past Jamie. Although he does squeeze him onto the grass. Oh, Storm has a little bit of a cut there.
Miss anything?
You're back? Yep.
Oh wow, what's happened here? Why is there a big train?
Basically all medium runners got caught up by the two Renault runners, or the two Renaults, and yeah. It's just that.
There's like a 9-car train for the lead.
Yeah, Jack Tyler has pitted, but he's not far off this battle.
Yeah, wow. Okay, I've definitely missed a lot.
Yep. I forgot to mention too, Schwab has actually got past Warren Haig. So
Yeah, he's on the back of Dave.
Ahead of him. Yep.
Should be an easy move. Well, Dave's going to defend this though.
Jamie Met and Jake Harty go side by side. Jake Harty's going to move over pretty easily.
Dave doesn't go for it. No, Schweb is up into P2. Now, something I'm going to find interesting here is Luke Bailey's next on Schweb's list. Will Mr. P tell Luke to not let Schweb through or fight it as hard as possible?
Try and do what
Hold up
Mercedes did
Schweb.
at Monza in real life last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bottas ahead of Raikkonen to hold him up and then let Hamilton win the race. I'm thinking that's what they are trying here. Lucas James.
Blaze Jack Tyler's on the back of Storm. Jack Tyler's currently in net P3. Gonna go on board with Mr. P. He's on the back of Dave and Warren Haig. Warren Haig will get a good run on Dave since Dave's got no DRS. Mr. P's gonna get a double slipstream. Warren Haig gets the move and Dave's
going to get past
Mr. P's going on the side. Ooh, slight contact, but Mr. P's up into P4 and that is what he needed. Meanwhile, Schweb's closing in on Luke Bailey.
They could go 3 wide. I don't think Jake Hart's got enough of a turn.
Oh, he's down the inside of Dave though.
No, he's going to get past him. And there's a
Still
yellow flag
flag.
in sector 2 and 3 and Notorious has crashed, I think.
Where's Notorious? I can't seem to find him. He's out. He's retired from the race.
Well, whatever's happened there hasn't caused anything like a safety car because that mostly would appear straight away.
Yeah.
And it's showing Mr. P's on softs on my screen, but it says in the timeline he's on mediums.
He's on mediums.
GG Codies.
Now, Luke Bailey's in trouble from Schweb here. How hard will Luke Bailey defend this position?
I'm gonna go on ball with Jake Harty. The battle between Warren and Mr. P. P3.
Schweb's going to go around the outside of Luke Bailey. Luke Bailey can't do much, and Schweb is already well far away.
Storm's pitting.
Oh, Warren Hager, Mr. P. Serena versus Mercedes battle here.
Wait, Schweb is past with Bailey, so we'll,
Yeah.
whatever tactic has gone on with Mercedes, it
The
hasn't
Warren
worked.
Hager's now got to run on Mr. P again. And Mr.
Still
P's now back down the
backfiring
inside.
Mercedes.
And Warren Hager's back
Jake
down the
Hart's
inside. Schweb's got another
Looks
3
like they're
seconds.
healthy.
Mr. P's still down the inside. Oh no. They've still kept it.
How are they still on the track?
And Mr. P has got the move.
What a battle.
Fair play
is
to Warren
next.
Hager. 14 lap old softs and he's still able to give Mr. P a
Jack
good run
Tyler's
for his
on the
money.
back of him too. Should imagine Warren Haig will be pitting anytime soon though.
Yeah.
Waiting for another set of softs. Jake Hart's got DRS and a strong slipstream toe.
Yeah, so this is currently a 4-way battle for P3. 2 of them do have to pit, and that is the middle of the 4.
Yep. So
Jake
effectively,
Harty.
this is a battle for P2.
Yeah, Jake Harty's got a run on Warren Hager. Nope. Oh, Jamie down the side of Dave.
Ooh.
Dave with a switch bike, and Dave's got the
Warren had a
move.
poor run, but Jake Harty didn't go for the move. Oh, what was I saying then?
This is actually backfiring for Jack more than anything else.
I would have expected him to come out in the lead, but it's definitely not worked for him.
Yeah.
Although he
Oh,
sends
just
it
have a
inside of Jake Harty, but
he's
he
having a look.
shuts the door just about. That could have been decent there. Jake Harty could have gone round. And all sorts
Yeah,
of
Warren
mayhem.
Hager's going really slow now. I think his tyres have gone.
Feel sorry for the guys who don't run with racing line on because they haven't got no brake marker boards.
Oh, Jack Tyler's going to get a double overtake, I think, done here. Oh, and there's a big crash down the main straight. He's now.
Jake Harty's still in this race somehow.
He's got
He's
big
only got-
damage though.
12 weight damage. Yep. He is lucky to still be in this race. And I'm afraid to say again,
Probably
that's
that
down
was
to desync.
desync.
And you would think they would have fixed this by now, but they clearly have not. I don't think they will. Because once esports come around, they never update the game.
Another incident in Brazil where Jack Tyler's been caught up in it and it's desync. He had it on Tuesday with Mr. Grumpy. And Mr. Grumpy ended up going in the wall and kind of a repeat there. Except for it's a different corner. And Jake Harty was the one in the wall this time.
On the back of Jake Harty, he's limping round the track. He's probably got a red wing. Jake Harty should have imagined he hit that wall at very high speed. I don't know how he didn't rip a wheel off.
I think it was because he was like, if you get what I mean, like side on with a front wing.
Yeah, I think it's.
Oh wow, look how slow he's going through there. Through the downhill section. Yeah, his race is well truly over and Jamie pits.
Jamie Met is pitting finally. It's the last of hitters. Wait, no. Nick Bailey and Smudge still need to pit.
So Simo will be 4th. Yeah, so the top 4 will be Schweb, Mr. P, Jack Tyler and Simo.
I wonder if Warren Hager's enough in those meet. He's got out to the regions. He's trying to play it safe. That's what I'm guessing. As Dave gets past Jamie with the pit, he can make this soft last easily. I reckon there could be a battle between Jake Harty and BO9. I'm in the case for 16.
Yeah, Warren Haig, Storm, and Johnny, or Johnny will be in this battle soon. This will be a battle for P9. So actually, we're going for Jack Tyler. Oh, no, Luke Bailey pitch, yeah.
Bailey is finally pitted, which means it's just Smudge now that needs to pit, and he stays out for another lap with those mediums.
23 laps now, and he's the only one left who started on the mediums.
Johnny pits for 20 lap all mediums, but he did pit around by lap 2, lap 3 for you.
And Warren Haig, the fastest lap. Where's Luke Bailey going to come out? Luke Bailey is on a set of supers.
As I was saying, the two Renault guys are looking very strong to win that pace.
Yeah, Luke Bailey actually come out in 9th. He's on a set of supers.
He could just about make those laps. There's 12 laps near to the end.
But he's going to be flying, so I think he could possibly get back up to maybe P6.
It's definitely a gamble he's considering taking to get a good result. Remember, David Warbank did not get his front wing repaired at his stop, so he's still got wing damage on the right hand side. As Smudge finally pits.
And that will definitely be for super softs.
Yep. Anyway, 9 has got a penalty suit.
No, it's for a set of softs.
Gotta play it safe.
He will come out behind Jamie Met and Dave, I think. Yep. Nothing else is really happening, but Mr. P, I think at the moment, is on to win this race on penalties. Because I definitely know Schweb's got 6. Oh, LFC's going to come out right behind Smudge.
On the softs, it's going quickest on 2 Apple softs.
LFC and Smudge.
LFC.
Smudge on cold softs, meanwhile LFC's on definitely warm mediums. I think Smudge will get away. Well, actually, it's a battle for P6 now, as Luke Bailey is caught up. Well, Luke Bailey and Warren Haig are caught up to this battle. What's happened to Flying Timmy, but he's just lost all of his pace.
Well, he's definitely not on all mediums. So those mediums just, ooh.
Mr. P, that's not going to help him.
Schweb has got about a 9-second penalty as Warren Haig goes to moving Timmy. Timmy isn't going to give this up.
No, he's going to go back down the inside. Oh, he's forcing him. Oh.
Going off the track. Oh.
Oh,
he's going to top him.
Yeah.
He saved it.
Luke Bailey's got wing damage.
Luke Bailey. Oh, what's Timmy doing?
I think he's letting them both through.
Yeah.
Whoa, he let him through. Went back down the inside.
Please don't make it like another pre-season race, please.
Oh no. Let's go side by side up the hill. All more contact.
Storm ran wide.
Luke Bailey's still trying to keep it with Timmy.
Dave went to get it. Storm. They're going side by side. If any of these guys collide, it's not too late for a safety car. Storm is really struggling.
Yeah. Oh, there's a big train here.
On Dave. A lot of the guys getting wing damage. Because of this now, Timmy's starting to pull away.
Yeah, unacceptable driving though from Timmy.
Oh, Warren Haig on Luke, who actually pits.
Yeah, Luke Bailey's got wing damage.
Jamie will get a run on Dave, who's also got wing damage, so it isn't going to be easier down the straight. And to get past, but he's going to go for it.
He's going to go on board. Jamie, he passes Dave. Yeah, Dave has got wing damage.
Storm also
Warren Haig around the outside. Flying Timmy moves on the braking. That's a bit naughty. Warren Haig, is he going to go for it up the hill? Flying Timmy runs wide. Warren Haig to try it around the outside. No. The experienced Warren Haig.
much from me to go for a run.
I'm not trusting Flying Timmy here.
You think?
Because Warren Haig's going to get DRS here, but knowing Warren Haig's experience, will he go for it? Yes, he will.
Timmy's going to defend, you know, Timmy.
Yep.
Whoa!
Whoa!
What is he doing?
He's trying to squeeze him.
Maybe forced him off the track.
Oh, Flying Timmy!
What are you
Oh,
doing?
what is he doing?
That is dreadful. Jamie Mack needs to watch out. He's got a run on him.
Oh,
and he nearly took him out too.
It's Jamie as well.
Get a grip, Timmy. Come on. Smudges past Dave.
Timmy now. Timmy and Jamie again. Well, not again, but Timmy again. Doesn't dive on Jamie this time, but I'm going to keep on board with this for when turn 1 occurs.
Yeah. You could go and do this. You could dive him down into John in power if there's a gap.
He won't go from that far back.
I don't think he'll get enough slipstream to get him down to turn 1 anyway. He's a bit too far back.
He's losing a lot of time. Warren Haig's now back down the inside of Dave. Warren Haig has definitely been screwed, is the word.
He wants to play his way back up so he can get back.
Flying
to
Timmy, he's well too far back. No, he's
gonna go
not.
for it anyway.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He's
what are
hit
you
Jamie
doing?
straight off.
Timmy
Oh, he's lost the back end.
Lost it.
I don't think Jamie got damage.
Warren Haig just gonna come back and Dave in 9th. And he's not far now. Oh, it's yellow flag is sector 1. Who is that? And I think that was a glitch actually. I didn't see any spin.
Oh, Jamie and Smudge. Smudge is doing quite well for his debut. He started down in 19th, 18th.
Yeah, and he got property damage as well, didn't he? At one point.
Yeah, it was. He was spinning round in the grass at turn 4.
Yeah. Not a bad recovery drive.
Definitely will be one of the mentions for driver of the day. As LC picks up a time penalty, Smudge will go for a move on Jamie down the inside. And that's P6. But will Jamie come back at him?
It's a bit too far back there. Runs wide. Just thought about it.
Another yellow flag, BA9 is out. It's too late for a safety. Sector 3, so it may have been down the straight.
Well, a VSC could punch anyone up. Not too late for that. No. If we get a VSC, then everyone will just close up together.
I'm gonna go.
White Mountain and Dave have come together.
Oh, what's happened to Timmy?
White Mountain somehow gets that back in control. Oh, this
Oh, White
Mountain.
Mountain. Oh, Flying Timmy just took him out.
What are you doing? And he's left the session because he knows what's coming for him.
I saw that in the background.
It looks like a dive where I saw. Warren Haig is now on.
No, he just didn't. He didn't.
With nothing left in him.
He didn't break in. He just drove into the back of him and spun him round. What is Timmy doing?
He knows what's coming for him after this race. He knows. You've warned him in the pre-season race.
Yeah. I just knew that was coming.
Ooh, Storm and Johnny competing for the run.
Storm down inside of Johnny. And yeah, he's got the move.
It's because when Williams driving, he knows how to drive.
Yeah.
Ooh, Smudge lost here a bit on the last corner. lost a few tags to Jamie.
Schweb. Oh,
Ooh.
Schweb again with another penalty.
I wouldn't count Jack Tyler out, you know. He's within 3 seconds of Mr. P, and if Jack Tyler doesn't have any penalties, then if Mr. P has enough to beat Schweb and Jack Tyler's enough to beat Mr. P,
I think Jack Tyler has to get within 3 of Mr. P.
which is possible, so Jack Tyler can still win this race.
Yeah, don't know if he knows about it though.
Jack Tyler has lost a bit of time to Mr. P.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to him.
Down the straight. I don't know if he saved the DRS.
Dave and his teammate, yep, Johnny, there's nothing really happening as the race is starting to get to the decisive end.
Yep.
Oh, Johnny's gone off. That's Luke Bailey now, we'll probably get him down the straight.
Gotta get the run. The good defensive, Johnny.
Yeah, Luke Bailey just breaks a lot later, and at least these guys know how to, or at least they know how to drive compared to someone.
I think we all know who that someone is.
And Johnny comes back down the inside of Luke Bailey.
He's keeping that position for now, unless Luke Bailey goes for an optimistic move down at 2, 5, 6, and 7. Or is it just 2, 5, and 6?
2, 5, and 6. Johnny is able to keep that position. Jack Tyler's been able to bring that gap down again.
Yeah, will it be enough?
I tell you what,
Smudge. Hasn't got much DRS.
Smudge might get P5.
David Warbank has got wing damage. He's been losing it all race, and he is on war mediums.
For what? Sorry, P18. I remember that. Yeah, P18 had wing damage and had spun round at turn 4. Was doing pirouettes in the grass at turn 4. To now is most likely going to get P5.
What a race!
For me, that is driver of the day, but obviously it will be decided on Twitter.
Yeah.
But he'll definitely.
I think he's just gonna. I think he just wants to set the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, he had the unfortunate crash with Jack, the decent crash.
Yeah. If Bailey could come back at Johnny, and they're not far off Storm for P12.
Smudge on the back of David Warbank. I've got a feeling Jack Tyler winning this race is going to come down to the wire. Also.
Well, it's not too late for Mr. P to get a penalty. It's definitely possible. I got a penalty here once, a few seasons ago, that stopped me from getting the podium. I got in the last lap.
Since it is the top 3, we've all checked. Schweb has got 3 penalties. Mr. P
Warren Hager's good.
has got a
I
penalty.
think he's just going for the fastest lap too.
Jack Tyler hasn't got one. So as it stands, Mr. P will win this race by half a second.
It's going to be close.
If Jack Tyler is on stream as he starts the final lap, Smudge is down the inside of David Warbank.
Good move.
If Jack knows about it, Jack needs to push. He needs to gain half a second.
Which you just about see the steering wheel and 9%, 8% ERS. Roughly around about that point.
2 tenths in the lap. That's all he has to gain. 3 tenths
he's
now.
on 2 lap older sets and mediums as well.
This is going to come down to the wire.
minute
But
Jack is going to lose out by 3 tenths.
will get third. I don't think Jack's got what it takes. But Schweb coming round through Juncal for the final time will not win this race. He will get P3.
No, I don't think. Oh, Jack is closing down within a tenth there. Mr. P has not added any counties
but
to the one he's already
Schweb
got.
is going to cross the line first. Oh, it's been really close.
One tenth is not going to be enough. Mr. P wins.
Mr. P wins and Jack second by a tenth and a half.
That would be gutting for him.
So
There's
now
still a good battle for P11 going on. That could go down to the wire, down the straight.
yeah, it could do. Smudge will cross the line in P5. A very, very, very good drive from him.
Yeah.
Jamie takes
David
P6.
Warbank has lost P6 on penalties.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. And
Warbank has lost
P7.
P7 on penalties. He does tend to get quite a few of them.
Nothing's going to happen
look
between this
good.
battle for P11.
No. And it's penalties between them. Which
No.
there isn't. No.
Warren Haig has just got unlucky, to be honest.
That. Yep. And deservedly got taken out by
By Timmy. And that is it for the Brazilian Grand Prix. I will go through the grid order, and then Jamie, can you invite the top 3?
Okay.
Yeah, Storm. It will be dealt with. It will be dealt with.
There you go.
So Mr. P is your winner. Jack Tyler second by a tenth and a half. Mr. P will now technically be taking the championship lead. Same as Jack. They've both come first and second, so they are both joint leading. Third is Sweb. Pretty good race for him. Kind of bottled it on penalties. Fourth, Simo. ILRT Smudge in fifth. Very good race. He would be my driver of the day. Sixth, Jamie. Seventh, White Fountain. Eighth, David Warbank. Ninth, LLC. Dave, 10th. That is your points finishers. Outside the top 10 finishers are Johnny, Storm, Luke Bailey, Warren Haig, Jay Carty, and your DNFs Offline, Timmy, BUA9, Notorious, and Racer. And everyone's actually been invited to the party already.
Let's wait for him to join.
I'll give
Waiting
Shrub
on
30
Schwab now.
seconds. I don't know if Shrub has a mic, so we'll give him 30 seconds.
I say Warren Haig is going to be absolutely fuming with Blind Timmy.
Yeah. Might as well start the podium interviews because I don't think he is going to come. So, congratulations to you two, obviously. I will start with Jack Tyler. How frustrating is it to lose the race by a tenth and a half?
It's a bit frustrating, but to be honest, Mr. P deserved it, and yeah, but it is frustrating, but oh well.
Another question from me is, this is for qualifying, when you weren't on the Super Softs, did you back off on purpose, or were you planning to start the softs all the way through?
I'm gonna, yeah, basically, I did plan to start on the softs.
Okay, Jamie, you got any questions for Jack?
Yeah, what was going through your mind when the incident with the desync happened between you and who was it? It
Jake
was,
Hartley.
I think it was him.
Yeah, it's Jake Hartley.
Yeah, it was Jake Hartley, wasn't it? Yeah. What was going through your mind at
Well,
that moment?
I mean, I immediately knew it was desync. By the way, he just spun off even before I got behind him. And, but I apologised to him, so there's nothing I could do about it. Yeah,
Yeah, I would
sad.
have thought they would have fixed that by now, but
Yeah,
looks like it ain't gonna happen.
it ruins e-racing. Yeah, that's all I can really say at the moment.
Okay, we'll move on to the race winner.
So, someone's happy.
Mr. P, do you feel if, my first question actually, do you feel if the race had gone possibly one lap longer you would have lost it?
No, if anything, I think I was pulling out a bit of a gap. Jack was consistently sort of two seconds behind me. I knew I had the penalty, so I had to put my foot down and pull it out. So I think if anything, if it had carried on, it would have secured it even more.
My other question for you is, how do you feel that you are now technically joint leading the championship with Jack, since you both have had a win and a second place?
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, it's obviously going to be some good battles up there. Gutted for my teammate. He was on for a top 5. I think Timmy's pissed off a few people tonight. My teammate and Warren Haig as well. I think he's paid off. Seriously needs looking at. I know Luke wants to post some stuff in the stewards. So yeah, I'm gutted for him really, because he had some serious pace around here and was on for some good points. So yeah, gutted for him. But yeah, going forward, championship wise, obviously it's going to be a good battle with Jack for the rest of the season. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay, Jack, you got any questions for the race winner? Not
No.
Jack, Jamie. What is? God damn it, Jamie, you got any questions? Oh my.
Was you tried to do the tactic that Mercedes tried from the Italian Grand Prix of last year, where they kept Bottas, or in this case Luke Bailey, out for longer and try and hold the leaders up so you can get in front of them? Is that what you were trying?
We did talk about that. You know, Luke didn't qualify as high up as what we thought he was going to. We've done an awful lot of practice for this. We were doing toes down straights, etc. in practice, which was working really well. It just didn't work out well tonight. Luke obviously qualified outside the top 10, so yeah, he went on to the mediums, and we knew there could be a potential of that happening. And like you say, there was, we had our own private chat lobby, and we were talking about him possibly holding Schweb up a little bit, but he was too far behind, you know, for it to work. But the conversation was there if the opportunity had arose, yeah.
Okay.
I have got a question for both of you. Even though this didn't affect your two races in any way, what was your thoughts on the driving of Flying Timmy? Because I know this isn't the first time this happened, and this has happened now. Do you think something needs to be done?
Personally, I think, you know, I know he's had a talking to already. This is now the second time. I think now it's got to be a case of if it happens again, you know, 3 strikes, off you go. Simple, really. Just can't happen, you know. It's ruining people's races, you know. We all want to do well. Yes, it's a game. We all want to do well at the end of the day, which is why we do it. And especially in the case of my teammate, you know, he was on for some damn good points tonight. And when he said, oh, that he's just taking him out, you know, totally and utterly taking him out, it's not right. It's not right at all.
Jack, you
Jack, have you
wanna?
got any thoughts on it?
What Mr. P said basically, but to be honest, he done it in France in pre-season. There was no. I thought Bahrain might have calmed down because he was fine in Bahrain, but what I saw a little bit on the stream just after the race before you started talking to me, it was a bit erratic, and what he done to Mr. Warren Haig was not
Luke
good
Bailey,
at all.
Davey Wallbank's
Yeah.
just posted as well. Something's happened with him as well.
Yeah,
It's too much. It's too much.
yeah, but
But it's causing
whatever.
problems for most of the drivers in the midfield.
Yeah, yep. But I have one thing to say is, Mr. Sim, obviously I know you, but my teammate, just get well soon, recover well, because I need you for my constructors championship.
Yeah, come on, Steam, you've got to get back.
Everyone in PSGL wishes Mr. Sim the best of recoveries and hope he can get back to racing in this league as quick as possible.
Yeah,
Good
we
race again, Jack, by the way.
That
It
would
was
be
a good
it.
one.
That'll be it for F5. It was a thrilling end to the race. Hopefully these two can keep battling out to the end of the season. That has been it from me and Jamie for PSGL F5, and for F5 we'll see you next week.